Morning folks, welcome to today's webinar about making your business ready for the renewables supply chain. My name is Alex from Knapton Wright and we have Graham from GA Business Services together today. So we launched recently a strategic partnership to support SMEs across the Lincolnshire and Humber regions in their quest to maximise the renewables supply chain opportunity, and we're here to talk to you about it today. Kick off with just looking at the scale of the opportunity. So I'll just talk to you a little bit about that. As you will know, hopefully given the reason that you're on the webinar today is that you're aware of this. But really we're looking here at a region that's developing high-skilled green jobs, a lot of private investment coming in to drive economic growth. And we're looking at things like renewables in the clean energy transition with wind, particularly with Ørsted and Siemens contributing there, looking at the decarbonisation side of things across the oil producers, and of course the ports. So you look at the Humber estuary, which is being known as the energy estuary, where we have a huge number of ports, huge number of traffic coming in and out, and it's becoming a really important part of what we do. And within that, there therefore becomes a huge supply chain. And the opportunities for businesses like yours to be part of that, if you're not already, is really huge. And that's what Graham and I are here to talk about today. We don't want this to be simply talking about what is happening here. This is more about opportunities, exploring opportunities, and then, of course, looking at the challenges that will come, which Graham will talk about in a moment. I think really the most important thing that we can push here is the collaboration. It's really difficult. You're all running your own business, you've all got your own aims, you've all got what you want to achieve, but actually as a group we can achieve a lot more. So I'll hand over to Graham to talk about the challenges that we're looking at.
Thanks, Alex. So as Alex has suggested, there's huge opportunity in the clean technology and clean energy sector across Humberside and Lincolnshire. And you've got the likes of Siemens Gamesa and Ørsted setting up head offices here with a requirement to build a supply chain and build sustainability and social value around the area. And there's a real opportunity for a regeneration around this area through the supply chain partners and SMEs. But through lots of reports, some developed by KPMG recently, there's a real challenge for the supply chain and SMEs in terms of building capability and capacity, and that's what we want to help these organisations with. So with a focus around helping develop systems and processes to meet the requirements of these larger organisations. What we don't want to see is organisations out of the area bringing transitory workforces into North East Lincolnshire, into the Tees and the wider Humber area. There's a huge amount of capability and experience with subject matter experts, supply chain partners and SMEs in this area, and we need to help maximise that opportunity for regeneration from supporting the Humber estuary and the energy estuary right through to construction, housing development and building a social value empire within the region. So just a little bit about GA Business Services, and then Alex will talk about Knapton Wright. So I run GA Business Services. I established the business in 2019 and we're based in the North East Lincolnshire region. My background is I've had 20 years operating in major construction and energy companies, looking at construction, infrastructure, energy and wider utilities from a strategy, work winning and business change perspective. And that knowledge that I've built up in senior management positions and director level positions has helped me understand the challenges that these large organisations put out to the supply chain. So we have a strong regional presence. We're focusing on delivering sustainable solutions, both with medium-sized companies and those smaller organisations with a value sort of £3 to £10 million.
That brings it on to me. So I'm the MD of Knapton Wright. We're a marketing agency based in North Lincolnshire. There are 9 of us, 9 marketing professionals. I cut my teeth in the agency and the publisher world in London before moving up here. So I spent some time working at Facebook. So really got to know what the larger organisations want with huge clients like Heineken, Samsung, Honda, Capital One. And we've now set up the agency 9 years ago. We've been working in North Lincolnshire and further beyond. And actually, in the last couple of years, we've come to realise that the opportunity within the renewables, the sort of with green marketing, helping businesses that really want to positively impact the planet. This is not necessarily about sustainability. This is about making that positive impact as well. So within our team, we look at design, development, communications, copywriting, social media management, as you might expect, given my background. But really, it's more about making people give the best view of themselves to their audiences and finding better ways to explore that. So we're really here to support SMEs in particular who want to be the best version of themselves. So if I just move on to talking about Graham talking about why we've come together here.
So yeah, we've developed a partnered solution which effectively is to help organisations win more of the right work, and as I say, be the best version of themselves that they can be. But it goes beyond the capabilities of our two businesses. As we've suggested, both of us live and work and run businesses in the local areas, and we've both got young families as well, and we're really keen to see this region thrive. We've worked together on quite a few projects now, and we're culturally aligned as a business, so very transparent, forward-thinking, and like to share and develop good ideas. And I think through this partnered solution, which we'll sort of talk around, we've really brought together complementary skills and expertise which offer an end-to-end sales and marketing solution for our clients. Alex talked about being ex-Facebook. I've been ex-Balfour Beatty and ex-Kier. So those large company and expectations of those large companies, we can bring that expertise and capability to bear within the SME and supply chain market. And what we're seeing is SMEs to be able to support these larger organisations and win these larger projects and take that next step forward in their business. They really need to be able to develop and demonstrate their green credentials. And we're expecting to be able to help organisations do that through the development of business strategies, the development of processes, and really help with that business change associated with the marketing and comms, so that organisations look and feel right and are able to win more of the right work, but are also able to deliver it.
So this is about enabling businesses to not only understand what it takes to get into that supply chain, and, huge amount of expertise and experience from Graham's side on that. What do those big organisations look for when it goes down through the supply chain? And you look at it, actually, it's more than just those immediate suppliers of the big technology. When you look at the renewables in wind particularly, actually it's not just about people producing turbines, it's all the support that comes in the back end of that. And they are so on it with look at someone like Ørsted's, they are really on it with what they require from people in their supply chain. So when it comes to the branding and the marketing of your business, what we're not interested in is creating something that gets you in there and then you can't deliver it. Absolutely not. So this is about combining, and it's one of the key reasons that Graham and I have talked about this for the last sort of 18 months or so, and have finally sort of come together to put it out there into the marketplace. That when you look at your branding, when you look at how you position yourself in the marketplace and to these key players, you've got to then be able to deliver it. Don't make yourself look good and then fall by the wayside. Actually, let's take it right back to the beginning. When you're looking at the delivery, start that before you're even looking at the marketing side of things. So actually, what we're finding success with on the marketing side is really digging down into those traditional 4Ps, to making sure that people understand who they are as an organisation, where they position themselves, and how they can actually fit into that supply chain by asking the right questions, making the right connections. And of course, if you remember back to a few moments ago when we were talking about the scale of the opportunity, this is not just about winning work, this is about getting the right people into your team, recruiting the right people, finding the people who are going to help your business drive on and help you deliver on the services that you want to do in the supply chains. It is going to have an impact on far more than just those traditional linear businesses that you think, right, the supply chain are these. Actually, when it comes to this area, Graham mentioned it already, one of the core drivers of setting up my agency with my wife back in 2014 was that we wanted to create the best possible lifestyle for our children and their friends and our friends to experience here. So this is about getting everybody to raise their game. You know, we're not going to do that on our own. Actually, when everybody works together, when everybody has that common purpose, and they're all moving in the same direction, then everything becomes better. What Graham was talking about earlier about businesses coming in from outside of the area, you know, ideally we don't want that. We want businesses who've already got the skills, businesses who are ready to take that leap into the supply chain so that they can deliver on what the bigger organisations at the top of it want. And so, yes, it's fine if some people come in, and you know, we're not necessarily against that, but this is about finding and creating opportunities for your business to make itself appear as well positioned as it can be, and then be able to deliver on it. And by combining that traditional side of marketing with the ideas and the technology that's the cutting edge of 21st century delivery, then we know that we can help you get into that zone. And because that we know that we can help you get there, we want to be able to get everybody together, make sure that everybody is raising the bar, and so that this area, and we talked about Humber, Greater Lincolnshire together, becomes a real beacon of excellence for the renewables. And that's because every business that's in that supply chain is absolutely on it. People are looking to this area as the leading light for the way that businesses seamlessly fit into those supply chains. I'm under no illusions that it's going to be easy, not at all. This is about making sure that we are heading in the right direction. We're all learning it together, and actually, as a collective, businesses are performing really, really effectively. So, final thing, just giving a bit of talking about our credentials. We've already touched on it a little bit before. The kind of businesses that we're working with as an agency are in the sort of the clean energy world, the environmental support and metal extraction, and then going across to the renewables into construction. And Graham in particular has a huge amount of experience in sustainability strategy.
Yeah, so just to add to what Alex has said there, we've given a flavour of some of the organisations that we've been working with since we set up our respective businesses. And these are a healthy blend between some larger organisations, also some new entrants, but also smaller organisations who are looking to take that next step and aspire to win more work. And this has been achieved through, as we say, helping organisations in terms of marketing themselves and being seen to be professional and transparent and really well regarded within the sector, but also giving them the background and the focus to be able to deliver these works through strong processes, a really defined strategy which encompasses how the organisations are set up, the people that they need to be able to deliver this work effectively.
So finally, just a quick summary of where we are. This strategic alliance that Graham and I have put together is to help organisations like yours, to help organisations that you may know understand how they can get the two key elements of their sales and their marketing together, combined, so that the people who are making the decisions, the procurement teams within the larger organisations, want you to be part of their supply chain. They come to you to make sure that you're the one that's providing for them. And actually then they know that you're great and the people that you're aligning with are great. So what are we doing next? We're speaking at a few industry events, starting with the Green Economy Group on the 22nd of June at one of the commercial suites at Grimsby Town Football Club. More information about that can be found on our LinkedIn pages, and we'll share that out. You can contact us via our respective websites, and of course via the professional network on LinkedIn. It's still in the sort of soft launch stage, our partnership here, so we're really kicking off from the 1st of June, but we've been talking to a handful of clients for the last 6 months or so, and we're happy to discuss the offering with you over the next couple of weeks, should you so wish. We have, in creating this webinar, we learned that a few people aren't available today, and that's why it's going to be shared out so you can watch it back. We're also going to put a follow-up webinar out in early June, probably midpoint between now and that first speaking event that we have at the Green Economy Group, so that will be a little bit more in depth about the ways that you can explore the supply chain network, and looking at how you can use your marketing and sales processes to develop that. We'll of course share that on our digital channels. This live video will go out to everybody who's registered today, so thank you very much for attending. We have got a couple of questions that have come through, so happy to take any more if you want to chuck them into the comments. But so if I just wrap up with answering a couple of those questions, the first one is about the location and stuff. So we're focusing on Humber and Lincolnshire. Yes, there's the Humber, the energy estuary that I referred to earlier. Focusing on Humber and Lincolnshire because actually that's where we are, and we've got this is a pretty, it's a large area, but it's a pretty tight region, and if you look at the way that the businesses in this sector that we're targeting here are aligned, actually, if you look at the estuary up the north, the coast up to the north of that, and then down to the coast down the Lincolnshire coast, actually it's quite a clustered together. We don't really want to be spreading our wings any further than that at the moment. Of course, we'll still talk to businesses outside of that and share our wisdom, our respective wisdom. But right now, really, we just want to concentrate on Humber and Greater Lincolnshire. And the second question there about, okay, so how we'll do this. So Graham was talking earlier about it being a partnership. You don't have to do sales and marketing. So if you think that one of your areas needs a lot more work than the other, then that's fine. You can come talk to Graham and his crew about the sales processes and getting that right, and looking at sustainability strategy. The opportunity then is if Graham sort of thinks, well, do you know what, there's more to be done on the marketing side of things, there's more to be done about the promotion of what this business is doing really, really well, then of course we'll come in and talk to you. Likewise, if it's more about the marketing, you think you've got your sales processes but no one knows what you do, or your brand's not out there enough, or you're not positioning yourself in the right way, then you can talk to me and my team. And the good thing is that I have experience in sales, and Graham has a huge amount of experience in marketing. So it's not like you're working particularly in silos.
I think this is, Alex, about helping flex the requirement based on the client's requirements and the solutions that present themselves. So we're very open to meeting those requirements in a number of different ways, whether it's ongoing advisory type services or short-based projects. We have the capability and the people across the relationship and the partnership to be able to deliver varying solutions based on the requirements that present themselves, really.
And so there was a question that came in from someone who couldn't attend today, about whether we're just working with the renewables section, and the supply chain into renewables, which is such a broad target anyway, broad market anyway, is vast. Yes, we have expertise within more sort of environmental businesses, within agri-tech, and broader out into sort of the port side of things. Really, we're just looking at this stage to focus on renewables. So if your business falls outside that, or actually you're not really sure, give us a call, drop us a line, and we'll talk to you about it. Actually, if you don't know whether you fall into that or not, then again, please just get in contact with us. Come along to the Green Economy Group in a month's time, and you'll meet a load of people with shared interests, a load of people who are happy and keen to talk about this particular sector. They're looking to drive it forwards in this region. So that's a really great event to be at, and not just because Graham and I are talking at it. There's a lot more information. The last one of those was held at My Energy. Fantastic event, fantastic location, fantastic company, real leading light in the region for this particular conversation. So yeah, there's lots that we want to talk about. We really want to sort of engage with you, and we know that this is an opportunity that lots of people have talked about, and been part of that green group. It's been explored over the last 3 or 4 months while that's been in operation, and that's really what sort of drove us on to pull this together and to pull our fingers out and get on with it. So we're here for you to talk to whenever you need. Thank you very much for either attending today or watching this back on record. We look forward to meeting a few of you along the way.